This is day 508 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. If you'd like to sponsor an upcoming shir or more of HaShulchan Yomi, it'd be greatly appreciated. Please contact me directly. So we're doing Shin Tez Zion, of course. And we're doing today Yud Test to Chav Daled. Yud Test. Okay, according to the opinion that Lachshan Tzur Gufa is potter, so therefore if you are capturing an animal not for the purpose of capturing, trapping it, but for some other purpose, then it would be potter. Aval Rambam Perak Av the pasuk Rabbi Yehuda Lachshan Tzur Gufa Chayav. The Rambam holds like Rabbi Yehuda Lachshan Tzur Gufa is liable. Ev Shal Faresh B'Shil Shul Yeshchenu. So to trap a snake so that it shouldn't bite you, can't say have a het to be time Lachshan Tzur Gufa. That's because Lachshan Tzur Gufa. That's because the Rambam so Perak Yubzel Shona. Rambam writes from Mosim Mazikim, creepy crawly things that damage Kagon Nechashim, such as snakes, Fakrabim, and scorpions, Abi Sheherim Nelisim, even though they don't kill. However, Noshkin, since they bite, Mutzlo to the summer Shabbos, you're allowed to trap them on Shabbos. Which is commonly not so many as long as you have in mind to save yourself from their bites. Okay, so what do you do? Kofet Kli Alayan? You turn over a vessel on top of them, or kosher Klosh or you tie them up so they shouldn't damage. Vachtim Lefuah Chayav Hishmit. That leaves out that you can that if you capture them for the purpose of refuah, you're chayav mishum nekasa mikodem, even though you are chayav mishum nekasa mikodem because you wrote already before. There's kasim masashish min on seda that these creepy crawly things that are relevant to being trapped. Somebody traps them, whether it's for a purpose or not for a purpose. Even to play with them, Chayav is liable since you had in mind to trap. So, of course, then would come for stand to reason that also be trapped for the purpose of healing is also Chayav. That which he writes because you had in mind to hunt. It's not clear. After you learn if you didn't have in mind to hunt, it's a psik ratio. Suddenly, that's inevitably what you're doing. You're trapping. So this is what it means to say. They would say by trapping. When you didn't have a mind to trap, but rather to protect yourself, it shouldn't bite you. It's not included in Seder at all. It's Seder Seder trapping is primarily when you want to capture something in your domain. But here your primary concern is to distance it from yourself. For half a mamish Seder, an exact antithesis of Seder. That's why Malach Shein Gufa is not relevant here. The ain't a Malach cloud. It's not just the Malach Shein Gufa if you're trapping in order not to attack you. It's not a Malach at all. Malach B'Seder is the Malach of causation, as it says at the beginning of Simon, causation in the service of wanting the animal. If you have, that's what I'm saying. If you have in mind to be saved from their bite, you can put on top of it a vessel. In this situation, that's not considered to be trapping. Brackets. That these things are not of types which are trapped. It's astonishing. I'm sorry, the rabbi already complained about this Magen Avram. Shabbos because the Torah is like Fusu. He says it's a mistake and a typo. Should say that they are trapped. Makes no difference. Because the Rambam is like we said. He says brackets with this some question to some Yushav. The second bracket. So this is some sort of question to Shabbos is resolved. The Bir Halacha says it's also the Rambam omits the Mishnah because he holds that a snake is something which is not b'minonitza, which is what the Arukh HaShulchan seems to have just rejected. That's in terms of trapping the damaging animals, the dangerous animals. What about killing them? Kenu. So this is the situation. Any animal or any creepy quality thing that that bite and kill. They definitely bite and kill. You can kill Mashabas even if they're not running towards you, and Mishabur says even if they're running away from you. If you only just see them, have you call nefesh and see people nefesh like the Shabbos pushes away Shabbos. The Sharm is taking other types of damaging entities, such as snakes and scorpions, and place they don't definitely kill. If they're running after you, you're allowed to kill them. Zel pikoach nefesh. So you'll be saving your life. Mishabur writes that according to the Rambam, who's Mechai by Melch Gufa, you have to say that that even though they don't definitely kill, it's a savikoach nefesh and it's permitted. But according to us, even if it's not savikoach nefesh, it would be permitted, even because of tzara ba'alma, even because it causes you anguish, that it shouldn't damage you because it's mokshen tzil gufa. But small insects that even by their bite or their sting, there's no tzar whatsoever, or not much tzar rather. You're not allowed to kill them even if they are stinging you. Rather, you should push them away from you. Okay. Well, that's pretty detailed from the Mishnah Berurah. Let's go back to Arukh HaShulchan. Vimlad, if they're not running after you, and can't be called nevesh for us, it's not because nevesh, you're not allowed to kill them. Avamutal the dorsal fituim, but you can step on them as you're walking along. Mishnah Berurah says also you can put a vessel over them, which is again more cool by the Mishnah Berurah than the Arukh HaShulchan. Vafil miskavin, and even you do it liberally. Interesting. Even do it liberally, squash the bug. But as long as you comport yourself as if you don't have the mind to kill it. That's according to opinion that Mokshen Tzrichel Gufa is exempt. And the prohibition of the rabbinic. They're allowed in this case where there's a potential damage. It's definitely also if you have in mind to kill it. That which says the Gemara that a snake or a scorpion you can step on just as en passant as you're going. Means when he's walking just innocently and there's a snake or scorpion in front of him, you don't have to detour from them. You go straight ahead. They die because you stepped on them. They die. Since you didn't have the mind. Can't be a Rashi Shon. Man, I feel Rabbi Mutar. It's also permitted. They ain't come see Gresha. That's definitely going to kill them. The Davar Shem is God and feels the Rabbi Huda. I used to rock Rabbanan. According to something which you don't have a mind to do. You're going to Rabbi Huda saying this is Rabbanan. Because potential damage here is permitted. Bishop Bruce says, however, ants and other small insects, even their chilucho, easy walking, you're not allowed to step on them. They're not damaging at all. Back to Arukh HaShulchan. For easy mishtarch lamid divrei around mashkas and perek Aleph, the mutla does the fitumo. I saw somebody who wanted to say what the Rambam says that you're allowed to step on them as you're walking along instantly. Hakvana filu miskav means even you intend to kill them. Then it's the Maggid Mishnah. By the time mishum nachash v'akrav pirov b'chol makam misi, because normally the snakes and scorpions do kill. There's the sakas there's danger to life and limb. I'm sure I'm thinking, but other damaging things, also it's forbidden. There's one or two in commotion of virus had this. This is astonishing to say such a distinction. Okay. Okay. Rama says, if you have an animal or a creepy crawly thing that bites, it definitely kills. Like the Egyptian fly. The tzir sheb in Ninveh, and the wasp in Ninveh, v'akrav sheb b'harim, and the scorpion in the hills. Gemara Sham Agirsa sheb chadyav. As the Megirsa not harim but chadyav. The nachash sheb Eretz Yisrael, a snake in Eretz Yisrael, b'chel sheb b'chol and a rabid dog anywhere. Mutar Gam Shabbos Kshiorei. Sorry, Kshiru. When you're allowed to come Shabbos, when you just see them. This is what Beer Locha wants to say. The Shara wants to say, according to Ram, it's only if you see them in front of you. But you're not allowed to look for them. It could be, but only according to Rambam's opinion. This is true only according to Rambam's opinion. But according to us who are your partner, it may not be such an issue. And even according to the Rambam, it's a place where many people are present, so inevitably it's a sakana. Then it would be the same halacha. Okay, Shar Mazikin, back to Arukh HaShulchan. Other types of damaging animals or creepy crawly things. If they're running after you, you're allowed to kill them. If they're sitting in place or barking in front of, or they're running away from you, also you're not allowed to kill them. If you squash them innocently, when you're walking, you kill them, mutter, which is kind of weird, right? Because you don't say I'm fituma mutter. So but the point is, says the Rambam included all mazikim. Lo period nakash we didn't distinguish snakes and scorpions. Oh, furthermore, the Echav Shalamar shall be Roman Misin. I can say that most of the time they kill. Because of barking in front of. We're talking about kids that are running away from you. The came with barking in front of Echmutar Chal Shabbos. Since they're running away from you, how are you allowed to be Chal Shabbos in order to kill them? Rashi, also from the Rambam seems explicitly like Rashi. Because of Im Dorsam Chuli V'Hargan, L'mayim is saying V'Hargan. Why does it say V'Hargan? And you killed them. Came with Shadar Salim V'Hargan. That's what you did. You stepped on them in order to kill them. Shittish Hargan, obviously you killed them. So El Hakipirush, this is what it means to say. Shadar Salim Fitum Shasi Luchan. He stepped on him innocently while he was walking. And it's not necessarily true that they're going to be killed by this because you didn't squash, I guess. Zelmer v'hargan or imargan mutar. If you kill him, it's okay. Says the bracket in God Magi Mishra because the Rashi Pirush Rabbi Shimon I Sham Rashi Fush Pil Bila I Sham that him so Magi Mishra will like Talmud talk Savo where Magi Mishra said maybe a mistaken Talmud wrote it. Chabes the three machines by according to what we learned mutar laharo kill Shabbos Shabbos allowed to kill a rabbit dog on Shabbos. Sakar Bruhu it is a clear and present danger. Very topic. One can be unsure. If ain't a borrower, Shazel Kel Shet, we don't know it's a rabbit dog. Ella Shesh for something that's unclear. In having close up because Nevesh, the Toichas of Shabbos, like any other sub because Nevesh, which pushes off the restrictions of Shabbos. Or the end of them, it's not similar. That Filu, Bivadi Kel Shet, even if it's definitely a rabbit dog, not getting any other suffix, it's also only a suffix. The Atu Mukhrachuli Shokim Bishbogah, is he definitely going to bite anybody that he meets? The came with the Etzim Shtuso Yeh Soving, and since there's a suffix in his rabbitness in and of itself, Ulaylo Yitan Chal Shabbos, and you're not allowed to be Chabash Shabbos in this circumstance. Five because Nevesh Chalim Shabbos, I feel Barbeis Fekos. Even though because Nevesh Chal Shabbos, even if there are many doubts involved, which happens to Simin Shin Chav Tes, means Kol Nevesh Zeu Kol Shei because Nevesh Nired. That's the because Nevesh is on display. Abab Sheish suffix by Ikar, but if there's a suffix in the an initial presence of Pikuach Nefesh, Ulai Lo Hutra, maybe it's not permitted. The Yeshi Sashim said, analyze this further. Muzeu Vazai, the Tzarek Lamar Enu Yudi Shargenu. Because the guy told Nanju to kill it. Arukh HaShulchan Quinn Shafim B'Shabbos. I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, it's also to kill it. It's gamu. It doesn't damage. It informs your food. Who says that it is forbidden, dangerous. Anyway, you can cover the food so it doesn't fall in. Many people kill on Shabbos. You must tell them that it's also the oraisa. Evidently, it's some sort of lizard, which means it's a lizard, so some sort of dangerous lizard. Gecko. Okay. Chav Gimel. Shana Chacham in Mishnah. Chacham Torah said in Mishnah. Shemona Shlotim in Torah, the 8 rodents mentioned in Torah. Hatzlav V'chol V'hem Chayav, somebody who traps them or hurt or wounds them on Shabbos is liable. V'shar Shlotim, other rodents and insects, Achol V'hem Pater, somebody who damages them is exempt. Somebody who traps them for their use is liable. So it's not for the purpose of use, it's potter. Hashma Shratim Furashim Parshas Shmini. These eight Shratim are enumerated in Parshas Shmini. Hacholed, Vachbar, I think it's a mole and a mouse, Vatzav, a turtle, Vanoka, I remember what it is. Vakoach, Valator, those like salamander, Vachomet, Vatin Shames. All these types of rodents are the Shmur Shratim. Lina Tzeda, fresh being on the Sharash Shratim. In terms of Tzeda, using them and other rodents and creepy crawly things. Most of the other things the person traps for the purpose of their hide. If you that's they're liable for trapping them. You want to trap them for the purpose of obtaining their hide. But other types of creepy crawly things, the default is you're not trapping them for a purpose. But that they should not hurt you. Okay, not to trap to keep, but to trap to keep away. Which does not require, does not follow the parameters of the original intent. That's specifically a person who traps them for purpose is liable. But if it's not for a purpose, the gam stomach and even if there's you do it generically, it's also shlo tzorech upatin exempt. Rambam pasuk machshen stichel gufa chayav pasuk. Look what she's saying, but that goes according to other people don't hold the ground because Rambam holds that malachas shenzufa gufa is chayav. So he did not pass like our Mishnah. Rambam perak yud din chafav echad shmona shratzim amun Torah. Both the 8 rodents is in Torah. Echad sharash shratzim masim and other insects and creepy crawly things. I'm going to b'sheish min tzeda, where there is shaykh tzeda, people do trap them for the purpose. Hatzar echad mikulan, somebody who traps any of them, ben l'tzar, ben sh'l'tzar, whether it's for a purpose or not for a purpose, or l'sachek, because it's Rambam, l'chshen gufa chayev, or l'sachek b'hem, but to play with them is chayev. However, in Iskar, in l'tzud, v'tzar, since he had in mind to hunt, to trap, and he trapped. Shem l'chshen gufa chayev l'akal sharo, because you're chayev, even l'chshen gufa. That which is ruled that in the harmful creepy crawly things, clearly you can cover them with a vessel. The pashut is clear. The bisham aims at say the cloud. It's not considered to be trapping at all. Much the savli with sif test, like we wrote on sif test. L'chein it's for Shulchan Aruch Pasuk Rabbi Shimon, since the two Shulchan Aruch hold like Rabbi Shimon, that Baruch Hashem Tzir Guva is potter. They could write Kasu HaMishra Ketzurasa. Mishnah like it in a simple form, which was going to Rabbi Shimon. Klal Limos, the general principle is the Tzorach have Mocha Tzich L'Gufa. If it's for you need it, it's Mocha Tzich L'Gufa. Shul Tzorach if it's you need the thing, not you're trapping it because you need it. But Shul Tzorach if it's not, you don't need it. Want it away from you, or something that is attacked, have it into a gufa smelch and circle gufa. It's all species. Right, but shmona shratzim have the talk, but generically, without any specific kavanah, shmona shratzim are l'tzarech. B'shar shratzim masim hamishlo l'tzarech, and other creepy crawly things are not considered l'tzarech. In terms of causing wounds, that was the explanation of how somebody is liable to make wounds on Shabbos. Is chabura. Is when you make a wound, which is a wound chabura, specifically a wound with blood. This requires 2 conditions. First, we have to make that wound in a living creature which has a skin. And that blood will come out. Or that blood congeals under the skin. Hasheni, that's all one condition. Hasheni, and secondly, you should have in mind to get benefit from that wound, from the blood, or from the flesh for some sort of healing, or to give to an animal. I've learned but you only had in mind to damage the animal or to cause it anguish. You're just ruining Upater and Makaka is always exempt on Shabbos. The Mishnah says some poskim hold that when the blood congeals inside, it's not considered kilkul, but tikkun. When you because you make it easier to capture them because you're wounding them. Okay, some people hold that way. Shmona Shotzi Shabbatot Yeshem Oris Kmo Chai Beimov. The rodents in the Torah they all have skin like any other animal or bird. But Avakav and Tum Yeshmem Saying Kibsoram, even though there's a tumor, some of them their skins are considered to have the same halacha as their flesh. Shabbos, when it comes to Hilchos Shabbos, Yeshlem, or they have skin. That's why somebody who who wounds them is liable. Even though the blood is not yet come out, but rather as congealed under the skin. But other creepy, crawly things. Somebody who wounds them is exempt until the blood comes out. But then you can't say the blood is congealed under the skin because they don't have skin. They're not coming, Shalem or clown. That doesn't mean they don't have skin at all. Or Shalem dak verach. But their skin rather is thin and soft. The blood evidently very quickly can congeal there, even if there is no wound. And if there's, I guess only if the wound is only relevant um, uh, when the blood comes out, because otherwise it's something which can happen too easily and it's not considered to be really a wound, but some sort of how should I put it? I'm not sure how to put it. It's not a wound, but it's hitting them, but a wound is only specifically when the blood comes out of them.